Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises go to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I am Queen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. So, I know that y'all seen back in my previous videos that I talked about how I used to be homeless. And when you grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth, okay, I was very much spoiled. Things weren't always perfect, but I was very much spoiled. I was a loner, but I was spoiled. And I had a new pair of shoes every week. I had new clothes every week. Like, I wanted to eat something out. I go get it. Like, I was very spoiled. I was. But I was a loner. Okay? You can be very spoiled and have traumatic events going on in your life. I want to get that clear, by the way. I want to set that straight. And that was me. That was me. Got tongue-tied. So, let me tell you what happened to me. I didn't ever in my life, believe I would be homeless before. And when I went homeless, it felt like one of the worst things ever. And how we got there, you question other people and you wonder how they ended up in their situation. You have millionaires that done went homeless, and you're looking at people like they're bums, like they don't want things in life, and that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Sometimes God has a different calling for someone, and they have to go through that great sacrifice, that sacrifice for a sacrifice. And that's just what me and my family went through. Because the universe had to push out what didn't serve our purpose and put us in alignment. So it was quite an experience, I must say. It was quite an experience. It was horrible, okay? I'm going to say it. It was horrible. And I would see people being homeless. And before I went homeless, I would give them money. And, I wasn't ever the type of person that looked down on someone. Because I didn't know what happened to them for them to end up in that situation. But I didn't ever think that me and my family would go through it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about it. You got to show gratitude. You got to be so appreciative when you can just go to the kitchen and, pour some water in a pot, go heat it up on the stove and cook. Or go bring you a shower and go get in that shower, take a bath. Or go sit down and relax, even if you ain't watching TV, but you're relaxing. Just the normal things that you need on a daily basis. And when you don't have that, when you're homeless and you don't have that, it's actually really hard. We had to think like our ancestors when we went through that situation. And we had a hot plate that we used to cook on. We had a big, just talking about it makes me feel sad because it was really emotional when we were going through. But people don't think about these things. You got to be grateful for the things you have, because God can take it from you in a blink of an eye. He can knock you off your high horse. And I really didn't understand why we was going through what we were going through. Although God said I was going to have to sacrifice a great sacrifice to become great, because greatness comes with challenges. I've said before. So Our vehicle kept breaking down. We kept having to get our vehicle fixed. Every bit of money we had was going into that vehicle. We were trying to get jobs. And it's hard when you don't have anybody to watch your children because daycare costs. It was like a never ending story. It felt like a nightmare, okay? Because we ended up going to the homeless shelter first. And it's awful because you don't get fed like you would if you're in your own home. You can't go fix yourself something to eat. You have to be in at a curfew. But we had to do what we had to do to take care of our children and stay on the up and up. I was always staying 10 toes down. I hadn't ever had nobody to take care of me, so I had to take care of myself. I couldn't even hardly get $20 from my own parent, okay? And when I did, it was always a problem, okay? You get that lecture. So I always tried to stay on the up and up. And when me and my husband was having a hard time, when we went through, we found out who was for us and against us, most definitely, because a lot of people act like they have a good heart, but they really don't want to help you. They really don't want to take their time out because they feel like you're wasting it. And that's when you find out people true colors when you're going through your lowest point, okay? That's when you find out who's for you and against you. So, like I said, it was awful. We kept our children fed. We hated eating that homeless shelter food, but we did what we had to do. Some days the food would be so awful. Sometimes you get a bag breakfast with a granola bar, an apple, and something else, and it was like, man, it made us dread so bad being in that situation, and we couldn't turn to our families because our families was too busy judging us and criticizing us and doubting us. I know what it looked like, but it wasn't what it was. We were trying so hard because we were used to keeping shelter over our head. We hadn't ever went through that. So after that, we found ourselves living in other situations. It was not getting better, okay? But one thing for sure, God showed us the whole time what we were missing and what we need to be grateful for. For real, you should be grateful when you got a bed to lay in and a pillow, even that cover to throw on you, and that heat when it's cold outside and you can stay warm, or when it's hot outside you can stay, cool. You can cool off. Things like that. It's the little things you think of, like having a fork to eat your food with, a utensil, or having water to drink or wash with. It's the little things. And even when we were homeless, nobody could tell we were homeless because we were raised to keep ourselves up. We were raised to stay up even though you're down. And that's what we did. We even kept smiles on our face. Nobody knew what was going on inside here or here. They thought we was tripping. They like, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? How are you putting gas in your car? I don't even know how. When I think back, all I know is God took care of us. So, that being said, gratitude is a must. You want to start showing gratitude because right now, a lot of people is about to go through. I told I told my mom, family, all them years ago. For a few years, I told them years ago, for probably about 3-4 years, that this world is going to go through something. when God's chosen ones are up. I said everyone else is going to be down. I said you're going to need water, you're going to need shelter, you're going to need food. I said money is going to be a problem. Everything is going to be a problem. And people think, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Even your jobs is going to be a problem. It's all going to be a problem, okay? It's going to be a problem. You're going to see people be homeless that you haven't ever thought would be homeless, y'all. People that you didn't ever think needed you, they're going to need you. Because as chosen ones, as God's people, we are standing 10 toes down now. We sitting back watching because He giving us all these blessings. And if you ain't for Him, He against you. Just watch. It's getting ready to be so much looting, people trying to get food, shelter, water. Man, for entertainment purposes only. I am Queen. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Ashe, ashe, ashe.